This is a Willets Point Shea Stadium bound 7 express train. The next and last stop is Willets Point, Shea Stadium.
If you believe that the struggles of this team have to do with the former Oakland A's third baseman batting coach, the batting coach is a resource. It's like an iPad. It's like me blaming a bad show on my iPad because I didn't read. My iPad is forcing me to have bad information. No, I didn't use the information correctly. That's what they're there for. I had a Hall of Famer tell me that he never talked to the batting coach. I was like, really? He goes, I didn't know. If I need him, I talked to him. I didn't need him. I mean, like, now I'm not saying that that's not every player, and I'm sure that I could go up to a player and say, hey, do you want to look at this? But a Hall of Famer like Lindor, if you bring him a concept and he doesn't agree with it, he's not doing it.
Yeah.
You're not controlling. This is not like school or like your job where your boss is. You need to, that's not how this works. Now, maybe a younger player will be more malleable because they're afraid because they want to make sure, perhaps. But Francisco Alvarez changed his swing himself. Not because Eric Chavez says you had a bad year when you hit 25 home runs, which, by the way, he did because he did most of his damage in a month, and he's shown consistently that he has a very poor approach, aggressive. He goes from aggressive to passive, back to aggressive, and he struggles with the breaking pitch. Now he's struggling with hard stuff. So that tells me, he's all over the place. So that's not a hitting coach. That's on the player. The hitting coach is a tool. Like an iPad is a tool. Like video is a tool. Like advanced metrics are a tool. It's just another tool in the toolbox. That's all these hitting coaches are. Same with pitching.
If it's not their fault, right? Like the Mets did this with Chili Davis, right? They got rid of Chili Davis. The offense didn't improve.
Right.
Same thing. Mark Healy mentioning our friend Mark Healy. Chris Chambliss said, if you can't hit, you can't hit, no matter who the manager is. So those are the things. If it's not on the hitting coach, why do they need, like, obviously you're saying for the resource, why
it's a
do
tool.
They have two of them right
now. I
two.
think that, well, the coaching cottage industry, the amount of information, I think, has gone overboard. And it's even, if you look at even an NBA bench, I was like, how many coaches the friggin' Knicks have? I think because the more information you have, if you don't have it, someone else does. Maybe they could glean one thing. It's a resource. It's like having different microphones for you and I. Do you really need that other mic? Well, this might sound a little bit better when I use it like this. I'm not saying they're useless. And I think with Chili Davis, if you go back and listen to old interviews that Scott had, he had an issue with the way he approached the job, his embracing of advanced analytics. And in Chili Davis, there's a podcast on Brett Boone podcast, actually talked about his work with Brandon Nimmo. And this is going back a couple of years. And how he improved against left-handers, and that Chili had something to do with that when he, Nimmo had, and part of that, and I think I kind of know why Scott didn't like Chili, is that when Nimmo came to him and talked about what the front office, the advanced analytics of the front office told him about his game, he was like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that hitting approach. So I think it's a matter of philosophy. And I think the players, and this is where it sucks to be a player, you have all this information, you have your way of doing things, you have a modern way of thinking. And sometimes I think in the pitching side, the Mets may have figured out taking these pitchers who, again, they're not transforming them because they're garbage pitchers. They're seeing aspects about how their repertoire, and they're saying, can they learn, and can we give them data to approach them in a manner that makes them that much more effective. Griffin Canning was someone that every advanced analytics organization thought could be better if they had the right information. It's Griffin Canning that has to execute it. It's Griffin Canning that has to embrace it. If Chavez is this bad, and he's the reason why they hit the ball on the ground, or Soto, you think Juan Soto's coming here and needs Eric? Do you think Juan Soto needs a hitting coach at this point in his career? All he needs the hitting coach is, could you tell me, do you see anything in my video? I could go and maybe see something. It's like having an administrative assistant. You think he needs, you think Aaron Judge needs a hitting coach? Come on. Like, we really have to stop that whole thing. So I don't think that's the issue. I think there's some randomness with runners in scoring position. When the Mets, a couple of years back, 2022, remember they were hitting crazy good with 2 outs and runners in scoring position? What did everybody say? Remember? Can't sustain this. Now it's like, well, why aren't they? Something, you're facing good hitters. I do think there is an approach. Part of it, I think there's variability. And let me tell you, you watch the games as well. They have been extremely unlucky.